And we are back with episode 2 of Call of Cthulhu. I have been so anxious to get back to this. I almost broke that every other day rule that you had set. We may be breaking that rule, however, in later days. But for now, I'm going to let the game do the talking because I have been anxious to continue on. We may have been set back to the last checkpoint, and if that's the case, we'll have to go through that one small area again. But that's fine. Give the game a chance to rebuild the tension. So, viewers, if you would like, put on some headphones, turn down the lights, because it's gonna get creepy, and I'm excited. If we do have to redo this section, I am going to be taking very close attention to the hallway where that jump scare was, because I want to see exactly what it was. I only barely glimpsed it. But we will see. We may not get it. I don't know. Alright, here we are. Oh, we're in here?
Locked.
So we've missed the jump scare, but I still get to... Ooh, I get to do that jump scare.
A barbiturate prescription from a certain Dr. Ford. That's a massive dose.
And I just rush through this.
Bradley? Is that you?
So we get that, but I still can go in here, redo this investigation.
The boys' room.
And I just
A
rush
child's
through
force.
this.
From what threat was Simon protecting his world?
Gotta go on the other side.
Tom Sawyer. Mark Twain. Sarah must have read it to him before bed. Sleeping pills. Strong for an 11-year-old boy. What was wrong with this family?
This one
What
basically
nightmarish
points us
vision
in the
could have
directions
inspired them?
that
Simon's troubles went beyond family problems. That kid saw something. Something terrified him.
So we've done that.
What was going through that boy's mind?
So before we go back up there, I'm gonna head back down because I know there's a book I missed. I would like to collect as many books as possible to ramp up my skills. And it was a medicine book. Medicine could be useful. That's the Frankenstein one, Mary Shelley. It was back this way. So I had rushed through this area so quickly I did not get a chance to look because I thought I was keeping up with the officer. Yep, history of medicine in the 18th century that was. I do a lot of Roman numerals. I have a Roman numeral in my real name, so Roman numerals have always been kind of important to me. I still can't help but be sad about this place. It could have been so pretty if it was just taken care of, but they didn't have the funding to do it. I mean, I suppose cleaning supplies and new curtains and repairs are costly. But a place like this, you would think that they would at least sublet areas out for people. That would have brought in some
Moby Dick,
worth in.
Melville's classic. The epic battle between man and whale. Mandatory reading for any whaler, I guess. What do you know about Charles Hawkins' activities?
Well, not much, to be honest. We all assumed the Hawkins lived on Charles's inheritance.
Just taking one more cursory look around. So I don't remember what I did and didn't collect.
A book on the first inhabitants of the island. It seems they got here around the 14th century.
Human body, comparative analysis. Alright. Well, moment we've been waiting for. It is showtime. Whew. The anticipation is palpable. Turn that light on. Not that that's gonna affect it. I'm stalling. So I am a little spooked. But being that I have no idea what's going on, it could just be the caretaker, Silas. So I'll make sure I got it all. Every last book could be valuable. Alright. Ooh, what was that? What was the thing in the bottom corner? Oh, it's a cutscene.
Is anyone there?
The hurricane lantern, whatever. They're similar things. Actually had one like that once. Fortunately not anymore. I could see cosplaying him, though I'd have to get my hair short. I don't like that. Oh. Oh. It's all fuzzy. Oh. Wait. Is that the player character? Oh!
You! Stop!
We're on the roll.
Bradley, did you see which way he went?
Who? I didn't see anyone. I just heard some noise. Are you all right?
A man was hiding on the upper level. He ran when he saw me. He can't be far.
I'll cover you.
Switch from one of the light sources. Okay.
This door was closed earlier.
It was. Thank you for the astute observation.
Where did he go?
I got 4 CP from this. I should probably start.
They look like Celtic runes. Charles must have brought them back from one of his foreign trips. It looks like an old seaway map.
Somebody has added coordinates to this old sea map. They make up a journey.
Do you really think that your fugitive came in here? I don't see any way out.
Well, ye have little faith. These old bookcases often hide a secret passage.
Seems like this came from a log.
Monday, 24th, May 1847. 42 north, 70 west, Darkwater Island. We sailed north all morning. Captain Hamilton is confident. He says it will beat the Orpheus this season. May God be merciful. Sunday, 30th May 1847. North, or 47 north, 55 west. I preferred it when the whales disappeared without trace. With these carcasses, we can no longer ignore their sad fate. What is eating these huge beasts? I told Hamilton that it was a bad omen. He doesn't care. Tuesday, 1st of June, 1847, 49 north, 61 west. We dropped anchor near a village. The inhabitants say the waters are red with the blood of the sacred beasts. To follow them is to defy the gods. I told them that I only feared God Almighty, but in the loneliness of the hold, I'm scared. Friday, June 4th, 1847. 57 north, 51 west. We have sighted a huge whale in the distance. Its size seems to be beyond anything known to man. It sends out an infernal song. Hamilton wants it. This next one is the one that, as you see in the note, is bracketed. Wednesday, 23rd of June, 1847. 33 north, 53 west. We've caught it. It's the most grotesque whale I've ever laid eyes upon. It will go into memory as the biggest catch ever. Men have died, but we have gained glory. This day will be celebrated for years to come. That must be the miraculous catch that they were talking about earlier. And finally, Tuesday, the 29th of June, 1847. Darkwater. We have beaten the Orpheus, returned with empty holds. The Scylla and Hamilton are only memories.
There must be a link with the Seaway map. Looks like the navigational paths described in the log.
Okay, what's this? This is a... Oh, this has limited light. Okay, good to know.
Clearly, Charles Hawkins knew Captain Fitzroy very well.
Posing with the third man, they seem close.
I wonder who the man with the glasses is in the photograph. Probably another friend of Hawk. Have you seen the old maritime maps on Charles Hawkins' desk?
Strange. No ship has left Darkwater shore for years. Maybe he kept them for sentimental reasons.
Perhaps. That being said, I'm wasting time.
This globe seems to have been part of some mechanism.
Interesting. Something tells me it's got
Doesn't
to do
work.
with the...
I must have missed. There must be a
miraculous
link
catch.
with the Seaway map.
So, 33 north, 53 west. So we want to go 53 west. Wait, so 53. Okay, so 33 north, 53 west. 3 north and 50. There we are.
Looks like it worked.
And there's the secret passage.
Well
Love
done,
it.
Pierce.
Oh, there's still more.
The Scylla. It's the boat that was stranded at the entrance to the harbor. It looks like a freehand map of Darkwater. Certain areas have been highlighted. I wonder why.
I'll take that. Or at least memorize it. Let's go. Secret passage. Tunnels under the Hawkins mansion. Inside the Hawkins mansion, the scene of the fire revealed its secrets. Pierce and Officer Bradley, now on the trail of a survivor, had undertaken the search to the place, looking for proof. When a hooded man leaped into Sarah Hawkins' workshop to steal a painting, detective and police officer set after him. By following him to the office of Charles Hawkins, they discovered a secret passage. Pierce and Bradley enter the tunnel under the mansion. Well, that wasn't quite as spooky as I was hoping, but it was nice. I definitely approve. Let's start.
Secret passage. Under the manor. It's like a detective novel.
A bit, yeah.
That guy must have already gotten far.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he had a direct means of entry to the crime scene. We must find him.
What is this place? It's more than just a tunnel. Look. Someone's been here recently.
3 seats.
Interesting. Well, I guess we're doing a reconstruction.
Did Charles Hawkins use this place? Who were the others?
That's cool.
The bearer of the mask must have been the leader. What kind of secret society is this? Whatever Charles Hawkins hid here, he didn't want it in his house.
What am I missing? What am I missing? So I don't believe we're done just yet. Oh, yeah.
This piece of cloth is unmistakably from a dress. Was Sarah Hawkins here?
Oh, she saw. She saw what he was doing. He's already gone up ahead. That's blood. But it also goes down further. I feel going down would be the smarter choice.
Pierce? Where you going? I can't keep up with you in this darkness.
Are you scared? I want to see how far these steps go.
Who's talking about being scared? I'll wait for you by the door.
Some kind of dream catcher. If I touch it, it'll turn to dust.
There's a few of them down here.
These paintings must be several centuries old.
wonder if I went the wrong way. Regardless, I am enjoying this. There he is.
There you are again.
Well done, Pierce. And it looks like you found our fugitive. This door is securely shut. I'll look for another passage.
I guess I
It's
could
an
go
underground cave. We can advance this side.
Yeah, I can see that. You, please excuse me, but given your condition, I'll stick to my idea. I'm not cut out for this kind of acrobatics.
All right. Look for another entrance. I'll try to catch up with our man.
Yep. So I guess I did go the right way without even realizing it. Well, let's see what we can do.
Time has weakened these structures.
It has. As time does with all things. So I know he went up that way. I want to see if I can go down at all.
I don't have time to search them all.
I'm curious what these are.
It looks like animal oil, but certainly not whale.
That's something, alright.
It looks like animal oil, but certainly not whale.
That was it. Went down there for that. Okay.
What's going on here?
Pierce!
Keep your voice down. We're not alone.
Good God. What have you got me into?
We'll see. I'll go on. Try to go down on your side.
Yeah, there's a passage. I'll meet you at the bottom.
And they didn't hear any of that. I mean, they're chanting a little loud, but I don't know. I feel I would have heard that. Should probably be sneaky about this. Excess light will cause them to see. I'm not liking the green. Well, actually, I do like the green. It is a very pretty color. I don't like what this green is symbolizing. That same picture of me is down here. Is that what he stole?
A mass grave.
How can you tell? I can't see down it. Like... I guess I'm just gonna have to take his word for it.
A table for sacrifice?
But why am I so short? Like, I can't go up there? I'm not crouching. Oh, I guess I was crouching.
A table for sacrifice?
Oh, they're cutting up fish. Oh, this is like that dream. The goopy goop.
Locked. An engraved whalebone. A strange creature has been carved into it. Probably a figure of worship.
I should really check out my character sheet. I have 12 CP. So I should up my spot hidden saddle. Let's up that. Medicine and occult skills can only be proved by objects discovered in the environment. Psychology, no. No. Okay. I guess I'm going down with the guy with the knife.
Oh, God.
I got it. It is straight up.
I can't breathe. What's happening?
Okay, time to go.
No, damn it! I must find a way out of here.
Maybe. Oh, yeah, it's getting shorter. I gotta go. I gotta go now. Oh, no more panic? This side of fish makes you queasy?
Is it my turn? Yes. It is time. You will soon be one of us, if your body and mind are ready.
I dream of it every night. I have constant visions. I am ready.
It's not entirely
Good enough. Prove it to us.
but it was very similar.
It's like in my dream.
Yeah, I just said that. Caves. Oh.
It seems to have been used recently. Probably some sort of ritual.
This is a dagger? I mean, it's kind of cool. I get to keep it? Cool. Maybe I get to use it.
Pre-classical Latin? Let's see what it says. What is this awakening they talk about? And this sacred flesh?
Sacred flesh. Okay, so in the dream, this was locked. It is locked. Somehow I've made it down here, even though I'm pretty sure I fell a lot further. I wonder if I can... It's not gonna swoosh by like in my dream. I'm amazed I still remember. If you missed the first episode, the game started with a dream sequence of exactly this.
You who sleep, accept this dream under your immortal wing. Ya Cthulhu Nithsiha Fitagan.
Grant him your flesh and accept.
I feel him.
You are gifted indeed. Not another word. Let him pass through every part of you. Oh, you who sleep. Bring me more sacred flesh. Return into the kingdom of the earth.
Dead? This ritual killed him. Where's the sense in that?
We are ready for the ceremony. What about your protege?
His awakening is complete. He will join you shortly.
Can I go this way? Guess I was supposed to go this way. Or maybe not. I don't know if this is a multiple branching path. I don't know if that's even possible in this game.
Bradley, what are you doing here?
I saw two odd-looking guys coming down. Seemed up to no good. What in the world is this?
An intruder!
Oh, shit! Don't move! Police! Don't move!
So we have the Bradley with the sentence. Oh, no, this is...
I won't hesitate!
Bradley, get back!
Shoot. Get back! You asked for it!
Okay. That looks tasty.
You shouldn't have seen this.
Oh, he's alive.
Ah!
Do I run now? Yeah, I'm pretty sure I run now. Or I'm just still...
Caving in. I need to get out of here.
Time to go, time to go, time to go, time to go. Running, oh god. Up. I have the ritual dagger, so I have proof of this. Let's go. Whoa! Did I die? I may have died.
Ah! My leg! Ah.
Well, I lived. I'm injured, but I lived. Ooh, that's a lot of goopy blood. Goopy goop goop blood. I don't think they've led up yet. That must be the way out. I don't know if I'm ready to go out. That being said, I need medical attention. If I stay down here, I'll probably die. So let's get out of here. But
Light!
the officer that
At last.
was helping me is now dead. Which means it's my word versus it's not. Well, yeah, but there. Yeah. Sudden Rock. Here's an Officer Bradley. Very much alive. Various mutations disemboweled the police officer as he charges. Prisoner of a rockfall. Rushed to the Riverside Institute. He is in a critical state. Oh, fantastic. I'm in the hospital. Oh boy. This is very nice. I wonder if that would have played out differently if I had gone a different direction. So he was only talking because that was there. These loading screens do give me a chance to think. Well, that was exciting. Somehow I was found, though, and taken to a half-bibble. Well, let's enter the madness.
Prepare another shot for injection.
Oh.
No!
I am not in a safe place. He was in that picture. The doctor.
He's having a seizure.
I wonder why. He just injected me with goop.
You will survive. Strong subject.
Excuse me.
There, he's opening his eyes.
You saved him, Fuller.
Wait, Bradley's alive? How?
Don't move,
that's-
Pierce. You can certainly say that you gave us a scare.
What did you do to me? Undo these straps!
Whoa, go easy, my friend.
You were dead. He killed you.
Are you sure he's better?
He was dead. Me too, we were dead. What are you doing?
I'm sorry, my friend.
What? No!
Well, now this is more confusing. And I'm sure they took the ritual knife off of me.
What happened to me? Where am I?
Those are shackles. That's a bedpan.
Mr. Sanders, you have to come with us. No, please. I can't leave here.
No choice, Sanders, and neither do we.
You don't understand. If I go out, he'll see me. No, no!
You're leaving this cell.
Please. I don't want him to find me.
That's a lot of scribbles. What is this mist that's being pumped into here? Okay, there's gotta be something. I guess I wait. I've got no other options. Am I dreaming? This feels like a dream. Why would I be back out here? Or maybe the asylum's a dream. No, this has got to be a dream. Why would it all be boarded up? Yeah, and I'm like all sluggish and loopy like in the dream. Then again, I didn't walk far in the asylum cell bit, padded cell thing. So I don't know. Explore. See if there's anything to interact with. This does feel more like a dream sequence, so I'm pretty sure that this is a dream.
Pursued me right into their dreams.
Yeah, definitely a dream.
All over their maps in the wake of my lonely wanderings.
They killed Leviathan. They ate a
when the last of them rises up, you will choose. I will not be here to bear witness to it, because you will have released me. But the earth will resound to your cries, or theirs. Awake and free me.
You have my attention. You definitely have my attention.
You there. Wake up. Come on, stand up.
I heard
we don't
about
have
her
much
in the
time.
bar.
Can you stand up?
Yeah,
Who are
I'm
you?
doing that.
A friend of Ethan Bradley. It was he who told me that you had been interned here.
Wait. Bradley is really alive? I don't understand. You filled me so full of drugs I can't distinguish dream from reality.
Please believe that I have nothing to do with these disgraceful treatments. Look, I don't have time to explain everything. I'm not really supposed to be here. And the same goes for you, according to Ethan. You must leave as soon as possible, and as unobtrusively as possible. I've brought you your clothes. Let me go ahead. We'll meet upstairs.
Wait a minute. What's going on here? What do they do to the patients to make them so terrified?
I would really like to know. I only see them when they are brought up for medical treatment, for problems they didn't have before going downstairs. But this is neither the time nor the place to talk about that. We must not stay here. There are 2 men standing guard near the stairs. It's the only way to the floor above. I shall try to distract them, and get at least one to come with me. All you need to do is to follow me as soon as the way is free.
Understood.
Before we go, I definitely want to check.
What does this mean? Sarah. Am I in an asylum?
Yeah, wander?
This is no medicine. Sarah Hawkins is on this list of authorized visitors. In his eyes, this symbol must have some protective virtues. What did he write about the painting?
I didn't hold it long enough. I should get out of here.
If I don't get out of here, I'll end up like him. Poor wretch.
To say that I'm surprised to see you, but we all know that your curiosity will be your ruin.
I don't understand. These people need care. You keep them in this terrible place as if...
Go back upstairs where your patients are waiting for you to treat them. As for you, gentlemen, do not disappoint me anymore. No one enters or leaves.
Yes, Doctor.
Well, a white marker appears.
Damn it! I'll have to find a way of getting rid of those two myself.
So this is a way to hide. Now crazy about the fish islands. That this is a hidey mechanic. I need to create a diversion. How am I going to do that?
The machine is working again, but the control wheels haven't been put back on.
I was just going to the storage room. I can bring them to you.
No, Dr. Fuller doesn't want us touching the pressure valves.
As you want. I'm gonna see if there's sleeping pills left. They've run out again upstairs.
Good God. What could this machine be used for? This machine seems to consume a great deal of electricity. I can still increase the load.
What hell?
Is there a connection between this corpse and the machine?
Possibly.
The corpse is complete. Whose are these limbs?
More of that goopy stuff. A lot of that goopy stuff. Here's the thing.
It's an ammeter. I didn't expect to see one on this little rock. Have I activated anything? What is going on here? Vats of rotten flesh? An elaborate electrical system? Like a dumb pulp novel. Worse and worse. What's the connection between this meat and the electrical installation?
I'm still not seeing everything. I don't think we're ready for that yet. Though I've definitely activated something.
What will happen if I increase the current to the limit?
We've got one full.
I can still increase the load. I can still increase the load.
Okay, so I've got to follow the chords. This chord looks like it goes into this, into that one. That's why that one's sparking. Okay. And the same blue cord is coming from it. This red cord. Yeah, okay, these are all coming into it. This cord. This is that's not gonna help much. But that tells me that I could run in here to hide. What is the connection to this body? And goes up here, over, and down into around here, and then goes up and out. To what? So up and over, back to this. Goes over into there. I'm gonna get around this. If I go the wrong way. Because that goes into there. Okay, that was a safe way of getting around. So let's go ahead and enter here.
It's locked.
Of course it's locked. Go here, let's...
The green gas leaves from here, and it runs through the whole building.
Can I pick this lock? Damn.
This padlock is too complicated for me. It's no use. The padlock won't give.
What is this green gas? Memo to staff. Dr. Fuller, I've repaired your machine best I can. However, the piping has been damaged and I fear that gas is escaping. Cannot do any more in such a short time. All I can do is warn you, if the equipment is put under too much pressure, there is a risk of explosion. Ooh.
A duct. It's impossible to break this chain with my bare hands. This valve controls the pressure.
Should I get out of here?
The control wheel is missing.
I'm not a fan of stealth missions. Note to staff, last week's incident caused significant damage to the infrastructure, putting a stop to current experiments. This is unacceptable. From now on, the wheels to operate the gas stock cocks must be kept in the storage room after each use. Moreover, you must keep the register of use up to date. Dr. Fuller. So, we don't have that. Is it in here? Is this the storage?
It's impossible to break this chain with my bare hands.
Well, this is very non-linear. Very different from what the game was professing beforehand. I can't say that I'm opposed. Being said, still gotta get in there somehow. Oh, there's a thing here. medicine. Cool. Administration.
Locked.
Of course it is. Why wouldn't it be? Oh. There are people patrolling. Get back into here. There's nothing here but these goopy jars. What does this body have to do with the machine? We got 2 cords going this way. Both heading down there. Can I go into archives? I can.
Zoology, esotericism, mineralogy, and a full shelf on cephalopods.
That's not damning at all.
Sarah Hawkins. She was a patient here.
Interesting.
Dementia? Self-inflicted wounds? Anatomy, anthropology, nothing surprising. It's done. Now for the others.
They must know that it is not good.
Guess now is my only chance. I'll tuck into here.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, not 6. 4, 5. Oh, just got a few days to go. Yeah, that's 4 days at most. No more. My calculations are always right. It's the date. It's the date that's the problem. I don't know what this date is. But the calculations, they're right. 4 days, maximum. 5 at the most.
What is welling up inside me? I feel it in my head and in my body. He roars and swells.
sleeping.
What carnage?
I'll go take a look. Hey!
God damn. Been caught. Ah, boy. So... Oh! I got a checkpoint here. That is not entirely promising, though. If I hurry, I can make it in here. Okay, I'm here.
One, two, three, 4, 5, 6. No, not 6. 4, 5.
Life is welling up inside me. I feel it in my head and in my body. It grows and swells and has strength of oceans. Its wings
I gotta get him away
white,
from there.
nourishing foam. He is my master. He enters me.
So this...
You. Yeah, you there. Come here. I don't know what you're doing there, but you don't seem to be friends with the nurses. I can help you. Help me, and I'll owe you one.
What do you want?
Sleep. That's all.
Sleep? You don't want to leave?
No. Have you seen the storm that's brewing? I'm fine here. Except for one problem.
You want sleeping pills, right?
Yeah. And in exchange, I can make noise. Lots of noise.
You'll draw the guards to your cell to allow me to escape.
So, you in? Find something to make me sleep, and I'll take care of the guards for you.
I'll find you some pills.
Go look in the storage room. There must be sleeping pills there.
I think this circles back around. Yep, to here. So, the storage room. Where do I find that? Do I have a map of this area? So I need to find the storage room. That's the storage room.
This padlock is too complicated for me. It's no use. The padlock won't give.
How the hell am I I supposed to get in there? That's a kitchen. Pharmacy.
Where do they keep their sleeping pills? Scopolamine, morphine, opium, nothing but common drugs.
Get in, get in! Oh, I don't like this.
My new friend's sleeping pills.
Perfect. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Stealth.
No. Not now. I've got what you want.
Show me!
There. And remember, they don't come for free.
Don't you worry, you'll have your diversion. Go on now, go hide yourself. The crows! They're everywhere! Make them
The birds! They're attacking! That nonsense again. Shut up. Dr. Fuller warned us it was just a shed.
What carnage.
Got it open. You've got cords running from you. Let's hit this lever.
Theoretically, I've only got one lever to push.
Let's just head back. Oh god, this has got me all kinds of on edge. This is really well done. Okay. I wasn't able to get into the storage room.
It's no use. The padlock won't give.
Wasn't able to break into this room, so how do I... get out? Is it open now?
It's locked.
So how do I get into it?
It's impossible to break this chain with my bare hands.
This is the last chord.
He'll find me. He can see me.
Let's calm down, please.
No, no! Ah! Ah!
Pain is just information, dear Francis. Invaluable information for my research.
Kill me! Kill me!
What?
If you don't kill me, he will.
My poor friend, I fear your mind is lost forever.
I don't know if staying in here for a prolonged period of time is bad. I'm not gonna risk it.
It's locked.
Yeah, I know it's still locked. There's gotta be some way around this. Administration's still locked. Maybe a spot hidden around here.
I could use this control wheel to turn the valve I saw.
Take care of that. I guess I'm having to use the gas. So I'm not able to get into that. Wasn't able to pick the lock, so I guess that means I do this.
Now for the next step.
Is there more? No, there's no more spot hidden.
I can still increase the load.
Maybe it's more of a puzzle element in that other room. So I doubt I'm gonna find bolt cutters just conveniently lying around. So maybe I need to reduce the pressure here. Reduce this pressure. Let one blow. No. sense to leave that one the way I found it. Interesting.
It's locked.
Obviously.
Exactly what I need.
That's exactly what you need. The key. Which I can't get into from this side. Coming this way shortly. If I head back here. Should be able to just get it and get out. Now do I have the key I need? So if I can get into here. Golden. Fence. But I can do this.
All the levers are activated.
I wonder if that changed up the roofs. I don't think so. So now I can just head back in there, throw the switch. That should be the diversion I need to get out of this place. This is... I have to admit, this is extremely stressful. I'm not a fan of stealth missions like this. And not because
That
I
should
don't
draw
like...
the attention of the guards. I should hide.
Damn it. What's going on? Is there somebody? I'll let Fuller know.
It's probably not the best place to hide. Bucket, 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 bucket. I'm in a cutscene, so I think I'm okay.
Doctor, is that you?
Don't you worry about the doctor. Right now, he'll have plenty to keep him busy with his precious machine. It gives us time to get away. I'll undo you.
Get away? Get away where? I can't go anywhere. It'll find me like it found me here. You're mistaken about the beast. Don't stay with me, or you'll end up the same way.
You're Sanders, aren't you? I heard you from my cell. What did they do to you? What does Fuller want with you?
The doctor? You think it's the doctor who scares me? The doctor wants to heal me. But he's the one who's crazy. He wants to restore my sight. He wants to give me back my eyes. And yet I told him that I didn't want him. I do not want to see it anymore. The real culprit is Sarah. Her and her accursed paintings.
You're kidding me. You're talking about Sarah Hawkins.
The one and only. The legendary. There is no artist more enlightened or cursed than Sarah Hawkins.
In her office, I saw signs of a ritual, perhaps an invocation. These things, that's what makes you say she's cursed.
You're wrong. It was not an invocation, but a revocation. But she failed. And that's what counts.
What's going on this island?
I'm so sorry. We should never have met.
What are you talking about?
Destiny! It has trapped you. Don't let it see you, or you won't be able to escape it. Don't look at it. That's how it finds you.
What finds me?
Sarah Hawkins' visitor. The Shambler.
Sanders, pull yourself together.
Without her, it's no longer possible to save me.
No! Sanders! What the hell?
I should probably be taking silent damage from this.
I gotta...
Time to run.
This is insane. What killed him?
Yeah, I'm not sticking around here. Time to leave. Close the door behind me. I'm not gonna be caught. Panicking. I need to get out.
Damn! The gas! Oh. My head.
Later. We need to move on.
Well. Oh boy. There's so much to unpack. But I'm not going to unpack any of it. I'm going to let the game do the talking for itself. We start playing the time. This is a long stream after all. Hello. Is that the fool?
Who goes there? That nightmare again. I need a drink.
I'm in the library of what you say is true. Back at the Hawkins mansion. Is this really the safest place to
You're
be?
awake, Mr. Pierce. How do you feel?
Did I sleep long?
The day is only starting. It's fine.
How's our fugitive? Dr. Fuller hasn't reported your disappearance to the force, but that'll come soon.
Bradley?
Who else would it be?
Mr. Pierce, are you all right? You look like you saw a ghost.
There are things I can't explain.
Tell us. What happened?
I saw people in hoods. They had stolen Mrs. Hawkins' paintings.
Who are you talking about? Why would they do such a thing?
I don't know, but they were a threat. They've taken over the caves under the mansion. They were performing some kind of ritual. One of the entryways was under Charles Hawkins' office.
We suspect Mr. Hawkins of being involved.
My patients believe the old islanders used to worship primitive sea gods. Could they be the focus of the cult?
Am I hearing this right?
So you think me gullible?
No, not at all.
What else did you uncover, Mr. Pierce?
I have flashbacks. They haunt me.
What did they do to you?
There was that Dr. Fuller and a nurse. Blood everywhere. My legs, the pain, I couldn't bear it. I was screaming. They injected me with something. I woke up at the Institute. Bradley was there.
And how you scared us. You seemed demented.
You likely woke up during the anesthesia. No wonder those memories haunt you. What in God's name were they doing to you?
What happened afterwards?
When I woke up the second time, I was in a padded cell. That's where you found me, Doctor. After you released me, I got a good look at what's in store for the patients of the Riverside Institute. Hallucinogenic gas pumped into the cells. An infernal machine. Horrific medical experiments.
Impossible. Dr. Fuller would never do such a thing.
You should believe it, Ethan. What Mr. Pierce saw is precisely what I've been trying to prove. Did you discover anything else?
I need to talk to Bradley.
What I'm sure of now is that the Hawkins case isn't just an accident.
And what brings you to that conclusion?
The fact that Charles Hawkins survived the fire.
I don't understand. Mr. Hawkins was buried.
That's what he would have you believe.
I have a hard time believing you.
You were there, Bradley. You even opened fire on him.
I'd remember that.
Why would he fake his own death? Do you think he covered up his wife's murder?
That's possible.
Seems hard to swallow. Don't you have anything more concrete, Pierce?
Bradley, what do you remember?
I don't understand your question.
The night we went into the Hawkins mansion. You don't seem to remember the tunnels and what occurred there.
No memory of going down any tunnel. No, we were in the manor, then,
Then what?
The rest is quite blurry. I don't recall how I came back home.
And then?
I went to visit you at the hospital. And called on Marie's help to get you released.
And you don't remember the events of the tunnel?
I don't. Let's talk about something else.
I heard you talking earlier.
Why am I not surprised?
I get the impression you two don't get along.
Intrusive and not very clever. Anyway, let's get back to the business at hand.
I found a file bearing Sarah Hawkins' name in the Institute's basement.
It makes sense. A powerful family like the Hawkins had the means to hide such a disgrace.
But everyone knows the Fullers have been taking care of the Hawkins for at least a generation. And all were aware of Mrs. Hawkins' fragility.
Perhaps, but no one would allow a psychiatric internment.
From what I read in the file, Fuller used her as a subject of his experiments.
Francis Sanders and Sarah Hawkins, subjects of Dr. Fuller. Why those two?
Given the energy he pours into Riverside, I presume it was Fuller's creation.
His father's, to be correct. He was a surgeon on board the Scylla. He founded the hospital in 1904 with funds from the Hawkins family before he died and his son Thomas Fuller took over.
Two families inextricably linked.
Most island families are that way. Captain Fitzroy's father was also a seaman aboard the Scylla.
Powerful families dominating everything.
Yes, and as you could tell, Dr. Fuller is like some crazed emperor.
He wouldn't be happy if he knew we were snooping around.
I know the risks. I don't fear him. Do you wish to know anything else?
Dr. Fuller seems to be leaving a trail of corpses. Not to mention those strange machines, chains, and tools of all kind.
Yes. I've been telling you that Fuller uses his patients as guinea pigs.
What I saw was more akin to torture than medicine.
Do you even hear what you're saying? Dr. Fuller is highly respected.
It's the truth, Ethan. And I'll prove it to you. I'm listening, Mr. Pierce.
I met a Francis Sanders. Do you know him?
Of course. He's a patient. Or was. I haven't seen him since Dr. Fuller had him transferred to the basement.
He knew Sarah Hawkins, and that's what killed him.
What? How did he die?
I'm not sure I can explain it.
Tell me how Mr. Sanders died.
I didn't see what, but something was there, with us.
Of what do you speak?
Sanders said it was Sarah Hawkins' visitor. He spoke of it like a living being.
Sarah Hawkins? Have I missed something here? This makes no sense. I don't see how it can help crack the Hawkins case.
You really think she's involved? How could she have murdered Mr. Sanders?
Francis Sanders mentioned Mrs. Hawkins just before dying. It's no coincidence.
You know, Francis Sanders was a well-known art collector. I guess you can still pay a visit to his wife, Irene Sanders.
An art collector, you say? That's probably how they met.
If you plan on having dinner at the Sanders household, please spare the widow the tale of her late husband's suffering.
I don't agree. She deserves the truth.
But that truth may be biased. We don't know the bottom of it.
Honestly,
he's right.
I like the truth.
We can't ignore the truth.
But it could drive her mad.
Better madness than ignorance. Very well. I'll go to see Francis's widow. Perhaps I'll find a link between her husband's death and Sarah Hawkins.
Don't end up in the hospital this time.
I'll do my best.
Let us go now and learn the truth about what's happening on this island.
The other night's events are still confused in my head.
Before we go, I'm gonna go back up here and see if I can still find my way here. Is this door closed? Oh, that takes me out, so I guess I can't go back up to the bedrooms. We're just here in there. Both of those take us out, okay. Well, before we go, I want to see if there's any books I may have missed.
What can I do for you, sir?
Mrs. Sanders, I'm a private detective. We must talk about your husband and his ties to Sarah Hawkins. Can I come in?
You may. However, before we go any further, please know that my husband died yesterday.
That is precisely what brings me here.
Well, well, look who's here. You know each other?
We met briefly. Time enough to iron out a few matters. The main thing is that we understood one another. The brave detective has a talent for sticking his nose into my business.
I bump into her every time I'm investigating someone's death.
It's a small island, Detective. My island. It's better that it's you bumping into me.
You're investigating Francis' death. Why? Who hired you?
I spoke to Francis before he died. His story suggests a link to a case I'm working on.
Well, since this business has got nothing to do with me, I'll be in your husband's office, Irene. We'll carry on later.
Very well, Miss Baker. This way, Mr. Pierce. And do make yourself comfortable. It would seem that you have much to tell me. May I inquire as to when you had the opportunity to talk to my husband?
Yesterday. I met him at the hospital. He spoke to me about Sarah Hawkins.
Oh, of course he spoke to you about her. That's all he talked about. Sarah Hawkins and her paintings.
So much exposition.
Please forgive my tone. The fact is that I have not been allowed to see him since he was interned. You, on the other hand, a perfect stranger, were able to see him and even talk with him the day he died. How was he? Were you present when he had this attack? What happened?
Well, I can't do that.
I expected to find you more grief-stricken than this by the death of your husband.
I do not like the tone of your allusion, sir. I had long months to weep every tear in my body, and to accept, if not my fate, at least that of my husband. And so I'm sorry to disappoint you if you're expecting more hysteria and grieving widow in my voice. Rest assured, however, my anger is real. I need to understand. How could this happen? In a reputed institute? And right before your eyes. Did you not do anything to help him?
So ask Fuller, he's the eminent doctor. But I would caution you, you'll find his treatments more terrifying than the illnesses he sets out to cure.
That churl no longer takes the trouble to receive me. He sends his secretary to tell me that I cannot see Francis. Me. His own widow. He must think that I am a terrible wife for having abandoned him in such a way. But I only wanted what was best for him.
I'm not here to condemn you, Mrs. Sanders.
Oh, I'm tired, Mr. Pierce. I would be grateful if you could tell me what you expect of me, and then leave.
Did your husband talk to you about Sarah Hawkins' visitor? A shambler, to use his precise terms.
Well, you can imagine that's all he talked about. It's exhibited at the center of the gallery. No better place for the painting that endowed him with the privilege of such a shameful and miserable end to his life.
Hold on. The Shambler is a painting by Sarah Hawkins.
Who else to paint such horrors? Take a look for yourself, if you feel so inclined.
It is my only lead at this stage. I suppose I have nothing to lose.
Then you have paid no heed. For my part, I refuse to set foot in that gallery again. But if you're so eager to see it...
Thank you, Mrs. Sanders. I won't be long.
I see a thing here I want to look at.
The day the Shambler came into the Sanders' lives. Francis Sanders and Sarah Hawkins were close. Friends, even? A house of artists. Sanders' accession register. He wrote beside the Shambler, "Finally." What did Sarah Hawkins fear so much that she didn't want to sell the painting?
That's a good question.
He finally won. Was Sanders aware of his imminent doom? She didn't want Sanders to have the painting. She must have felt devastated. Was she jealous of Sarah Hawkins? The Shambler. I need to see it.
I don't actually know where the Shambler's supposed to be.
That's twice you've stepped on my toes, Detective. Try not to make a habit of it.
I've got a lot of bad habits.
Some can be more fatal than others. What have you come looking for in this gallery?
I'm not here to cause trouble, if that's what's worrying you.
Worry me? Don't overestimate yourself. If the last beating wasn't enough for you, I can always give it another go. But as long as you keep out of my way, you're free to carry on with your visit.
All's fair in love and war, I suppose?
Mills bust. I finally got an occult thing. Key to the Sanders.
An old diary.
He spent some time on the Reverend Wickwood's community. His wife expresses her worries about the strange dreams the Reverend's congregation are having since arrival on the island. Members of the community, her husband included, began to speak of their vision as messengers sent by God. She is scared they will suffer the same fate as a lost tribe.
Strange. For months, Sarah Hawkins refused to part with her painting, to finally give it away for nothing.
Dear Francis, I beg of you, give up all hope of ever owning this accursed painting. If our friendship has any meaning for you, please spare me the weight of guilt. I cannot be the architect of your fall. I beg you, my dear friend, forget the Shambler. Your friend, Sarah Hawkins. Okay. Oh, you, so you're doing something different.
A strange Amerindian pendant.
Oh, excuse me. Oh, wow. You got some interesting things in here. He was definitely a collector of the occult. That's it, just
These artifacts date from pre-Columbian times.
Okay. Why is there entrance here. I don't understand why...
The public entrance to the gallery. The man transformed an entire wing of his manor into an art gallery.
I mean, to be fair, I could think of worse things to do with part of your gallery. There it is, the Shambler. Ooh, but there's more stuff here. Many more things I want to explore before I go to it. I don't want to miss out on anything. Just, that's all you guys say? Oil for the lantern. I'm not liking the thought that there are places to hide and oil for the lantern, and oh boy, I guess I should just get this going. Is this more lantern oil? That's more lantern oil, okay. Go. That looks like the child's drawings. She'd been dealing with the Shambler before she couldn't anymore. It's blind. Looks like. Obviously he has eyes.
What the hell was that?
X.
Touch it.
No, hide. No, he saw me. Oh boy. We saw that. Let's get the X out of here.
What the hell was that?
Maybe I didn't.
I can't even touch it.
Looks like it's got the same stuff over it. Got away. How do I dispose of it? Said something about seeing it and it seeing me.
Damn. Maybe I can use this dagger.
To destroy the painting. That's what it's gotta be. It's gotta be it. Destroy the painting, destroy the thing.
Damn it!
He's right on me. He's right on me. Hard. Oh. Oh. Oh, boy. unfortunately, that's all we're gonna have to do for tonight. I will return to this after I've had a chance to calm myself. I don't like stealth missions. Much less do I like stealth missions where the hiding mechanic causes the player to panic. It is good for fear. I'd really have to give this game credit where it is due. It is really, really good for fear. I am definitely enjoying myself. Ooh, but this rush is a little too much to handle right now. So, I really hate to blue balls everybody, but I'm going to be leaving off here. If you like what you saw and you want to see more, hit that like, subscribe, bell notification buttons. Just basically push every button you see. That's a good rule of thumb for anything. When we return, we'll be returning with a clear head and hopefully a way to beat this. Because he is very much more diligent after that first stagger's been plunged in and it didn't do anything. But otherwise, thank you all for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.